Welcome to Adobe Illustrator CS6. Before we start this lesson, I want to point out that there are different tools you can use to trace objects, but the purpose of this lesson is to learn how to use the drawing tools and not the tracing tools. To start this tutorial, go to File, New, and click OK to put a blank image on the artboard. Let's take a look at the Illustrator layout. Just in case you've already moved around menu bars, palettes, or other windows, go to Window, Workspace, and choose Essentials. Make sure it's checked. Then go to Windows, Workspace, and reset the Essentials. That way our screens will look exactly the same. Along the top, you have the menu, which, like most programs, has the File, Edit, and other menu drop-downs. Under that, you have the Control palette. This palette is empty if you don't have an open or new file. Once I open a new file, you can see the selections on the Control palette. To the left, you have the toolbox. The default is one column of tools, but you can click the little arrow in the top left corner to make it two columns. We'll be using some of these tools during the lessons, and we'll introduce them as we use them. However, if you hover over any tool, a tooltip will pop up showing you the name of the tool. Across the bottom is the status bar. Again, if you don't have a file open, this bar will not show. The status bar allows you to zoom in and out of your drawing, as well as scroll right and left and change pages. Across the right side is a set of floating palettes. You can change the palettes by going to Window, Workspace, and choosing different palettes. You can also detach palettes and put them in different areas of your screen. You can click the tiny double arrows to see the palette full size. I'll be using the Layers palette quite a bit in the lesson, so I'll detach it so that it's always visible. To return everything to their default positions, just choose Window, Workspace, make sure Essentials is checked, and then reset Essentials. In the middle of the screen, you have your artboard. This is where your illustrations are constructed. To start a new illustration, choose File, New. You are directed to name your illustration first. You can also decide how your illustration will be viewed by selecting a profile. You can choose the size by the drop-down or typing in a width and height. You can also choose your units if you don't want the standard points unit. You can choose from picas, inches, and more. Click OK when finished. To save an illustration, choose File, Save. The image will already have the name you gave it when you started the new page. Choose your location. It will save with the AI extension. When you are finished with an illustration, you can export it to different file types, but don't do that until the image is complete, as you will lose all editing features with other file types. We'll discuss exporting later. To open a previously saved file, just use File, Open, and navigate to the file. Go ahead and download the file that came with this course and open it in Illustrator. You are now ready to begin the lesson.